everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Yep, movie review, Daddy's Home 2, you know that already. So let's get right into it. You know, Mark Wahlberg, Marky Mark, Will Ferrell, John Lithgow, Mel Gibson, sounds like an all-star cast. I am mildly excited to see this movie. I mean, it sounds like it could be good. Now, I don't think I saw Daddy's Home 1, and it didn't reach the peak of Other Guys. If you haven't seen The Other Guys, you know, them two together is incredible. Great movie. Check it out if you haven't already. I'm sure you have if you're ready to watch this one. Daddy's Home 1 did not reach that level of laugh out loud humor, at least for me. And we know what sequels are like. Sequels are rarely as good as the other, and we can go on the arguments of Godfather 2, maybe Rocky 2. I don't know, there are some sequels out there that are better, but I don't feel that, at least the critics thought this one. Rotten Tomatoes 19% from the critics, 56% from the audience, and 6.2 from IMDb. So essentially, they become partners, Will Ferrell. They're friends. If you've seen the first one, Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg's characters become friends in each other's lives. And their fathers come, or stepfather, yeah, the fathers come, John Lithgow and Mel Gibson, and I think that creates some problems, which results in some comedic value for the watchers of the movie. And that's essentially what the plot is behind. So is it going to come out like another The Other Guys? Critics don't seem to think so, the audience doesn't think so. Or is it going to come out with a Bad Mom's Christmas? You know, that one, I liked Bad Mom's Christmas, not as good, but who knows? We don't know until we watch it, so that's what we're about to do. I'll get into it a little bit and I'll check in with you and let you know how it's going. So stick around. Thanks. Hey everybody, I want to do a quick check-in. We're watching Daddy's Home 2. We're at the 52-minute and 32-second mark, so we're over the halfway mark. This is an hour and 40-minute movie. And I have to admit, there are some really good funny parts, especially in the beginning. The beginning is, you know, as they're building up the plot line, I think there are some laugh out loud moments. I hate to like do the previews, you know, when everything's in the previews and all the funny moments, and then you watch the movie and there's no other funny moments. So I'm not going to tell you all the different ones that I found myself laughing at. And when you watch Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell, you know, their chemistry is undeniable. You can see that's why they get them in these movies, because they really work well together. I think that's excellent. Another great point was they played Journey at one point in the thing, so that's on the soundtrack, so that makes it good. But essentially, a little bit more about the plot. As I had mentioned, their fathers come in to spend Christmas. So one of the children mentions that you know, they're not too happy because they have to split Christmas. They have to spend some with their stepdad and their mom, and the other part with their actual dad. So it's like two separate Christmases, and they don't like that, or this child doesn't like it. So they come up with the idea of having Christmas together. Let's all spend it together. Meanwhile, both fathers are coming to visit. John Lithgow is Will Ferrell's father, and Mel Gibson is Mark Wahlberg's father in this. I was wondering if they were going to crisscross them, because Mel Gibson's the tough guy like Dusty is, or Mark Wahlberg, and John Lithgow is the emotional, affectionate guy like Will Ferrell. But they kept them aligned. I thought they might mix them up and make that a little bit interesting. But anyway, the Mel Gibson doesn't believe in the fact of them co-parenting and being you know, two dads raising the kids together. He thinks, you know, that Will Ferrell shouldn't be raising Mark Wahlberg's kids, even though he's married to the wife and stuff like that. So he's kind of, you know, the antagonist in this, and he's stirring the turd, as they say in here. So he's trying to create trouble between the two of them, even though they've been getting along and everything's been going good. But that's the plot line, that's the thing that's happening behind the scenes. But, you know, there's a lot of funny moments in there that, you know, make you laugh out loud. Meanwhile, subplot is also Mark Wahlberg's married now, and he has a stepdaughter, and she doesn't like him. You know, constantly says, "You're not my dad," kind of thing. So he's got that going on. There's not a lot of funniness going on there, but I think it's going to be set up that John Cena is also in this movie, so I'm expecting him to be the dad of that child. So we'll see how that plays out. I could be wrong, but I think that's who he'll probably be. But again, I'm laughing out loud. I'm enjoying it. It's not the other guys, but nothing ever will be. But it's not bad. It's not trash like the ratings say. So I'm going to keep watching it. Like I said, we're about halfway through. If anything pops up, I'll stop in. If not, I'll see you at the credits. Alright? See ya. Hey everybody. We're at the credits of Daddy's Home 2. Just finished up, so no more check-ins, just right to the credits. And I have to say, I enjoyed the film. I mean, I think it's really good sometimes when I set my expectations so low. Like I had said, the critics were whatever, critics, but even the audience didn't have a high rating on this. I didn't hear much about it. I assumed it would be a flop, like I said about Bad Mom's Christmas. I didn't think that was that good. But I laughed a lot in this. You know, there are some slow moments, and you know, who cares about the plot and what they're doing and things like that. I thought there were some good, funny moments in it, right up until the end. I mean, even like the end where you know it's going to get sappy the way that the whole movie's going. But, you know, as I mentioned, they bring in John Cena, and he has a very small role at the end, but he's funny. You know, I think the thing that he does made me laugh out loud. So, overall, I'm going to give this film a 7. One recommendation that I think could have really pulled it off, I wouldn't have bumped me to an 8, but I think this is the perfect kind of movie that has the bloopers afterwards. Because, I mean, you're talking about, like, the A-list actors. I guess they're A-list. I don't know, Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg and Mel Gibson, John Lithgow, you know. I think if you start throwing in some bloopers, you know, I know it's not part of the movie, but I think it makes it so much better. I thought maybe there was some coming on right now, but there's
that burning sun.
So, but if they threw some of those in, I think that would have been all right. You know, I would have been okay with that, and I would have enjoyed it a little bit more. But again, if you go in with low expectations and you're ready to laugh, so if you're you know, in a good mood, don't watch this thinking it's going to cheer you up. It might not. It would have been good right around Christmas if I would have saw it in the theater. Probably not want to see it in the theater either. It is more of a DVD type movie, if you will. You know, when it comes out on DVD or something like that. But I think it's worth a watch. Check it out. Let me know what you think. I like it. I think I liked it enough to watch it. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. Let me know what you think. Love to hear your comments. But thanks for tuning in this far, and Kimmel's Irish Pub.